Okay, so we have another question here. It says there are 20 units that rent for $1,200 per month. The vacancy rate is 7% and the expenses are 35% of the gross scheduled income. Using a cap rate of 14%, what is the value of this apartment building? Okay, so let's break this down little by little. First thing I see here is that if there's 20 units, and I know that's going to mean that it's a business or it's a commercial. It's going to be commercial, in some form. We know this is an apartment building. It could be a strip mall or something. I'm just trying to type out a commercial. So we know when we see commercial here, we know that we need yearly numbers. This is monthly numbers. We've got to get that from monthly to yearly. So let's do that first. So the first thing I would do here is I would take the 20 units. I know there's 20 units in this apartment building that rent for $1,200 per month. So I'll just multiply that real quick. $1,200 per month. And if I do that math, I'll just pull up a calculator here. 20 times 1,200 gives me the monthly income of $24,000. Okay, and that's going to be monthly. Okay, but we just said a moment ago we've got to get it from monthly to yearly because we're dealing with a commercial building. So this is commercial, not single family. This is a commercial building. So I've got to multiply that to get to the yearly. I've got to multiply that by 12 months in a year. And if I do that math, let's do that math. Let's see here. 24,000 times 12 gives us $288,000. $288,000. And that's the gross scheduled income. Put a dollar sign right there. Okay. I'm circling scheduled here. In class, we talked about a concept called reality and fantasy land. This is the number that if all of these units were rented all year long and nobody ever moved out and nobody's check ever bounced and nobody ever forgot to make a payment, this is how much money we would expect to get. But then we talked about reality, and we don't live in this reality world. They give us right in here, they give us a vacancy rate of 7%. So we know this is not going to be a real world number. This is just if everything was perfect. So this vacancy rate is 7%. So I'm going to take this number, the gross scheduled income, and make a T because I see the word rate right here. I can make a T. And the percent sign, I'm just going to put the 7% over here. Cross that out, move that decimal place 2 places over to the left to give me 0.07. And that gross scheduled income, as I'm just going to simplify, I'm just going to write 288K, 288,000. Okay, 288,000. And if I do that math, 288,000 times 0.07 gives me the vacancy loss that we're going to have here. So times 0.07, and that's going to be 20,160. 20,160 right here. V for vacancy. So we have the gross scheduled income so far, and we have the 20,160 for vacancy. But then that says here there's expenses as well. 35%. I see that percent. I can draw a T. I'm just going to draw it out right here. Okay, 35%. I've already taken the percentage away, so you know to take the percentage away, move that decimal place 2 places over to the left, so we have 0.35. And the gross scheduled income is 288K again. Man, this is really hard to draw. So I'll take that, I'll just clear out the calculator, 288,000 times 0.35 for the expenses. That should say expenses. Oh, no, that says expenses, my bad. So the expenses are 100,800. So I'm going to write 100,800 here, and that's E for expenses. So I've got the vacancy, and I've got the expenses, and I've got the total gross scheduled income. All I have to do now is subtract all of these numbers. So I'll just write it here. I'll write 288,000 minus, and it doesn't matter, you know, I'll just write 100,000 in, it doesn't matter which order I do this in, 800 So this is the gross scheduled income. This is the expenses. And then the 20,160 for V for vacancy. All I do is subtract these numbers. So let's do that. Let's get that calculator and let's go to 288,000 minus 100,800 minus 20,160. And that equals $167,040. Okay, and this is our net operating income. This is the real world number. This is the number we're putting in our pockets at the end of the year. This is what we pay our utility bills with at home. This is how we go on vacations, buy our groceries, buy our homes, etc., etc. So we have to keep going with the question here. It says, using a cap rate of 14%. I just saw the word rate. I can just draw another T because I saw the word rate. So I'm just going to draw that. And it says 14%, which we know. We can cross out that percent sign, move that decimal place over 2 places to the left. Okay. And then I'm going to put the net operating income up here of 167,040. The NOI, smallest number goes on top because we're trying to find the value. What's the value of this? So I would have put a question mark there. And then all I would have to do is take my calculator of the $167,040 divided by 0.14 equals the value of the business is $1,193,142, and then some change after that. I'm not worried about the change, but $1,193,142. If you round up, it would be 143. But I'm not worried about that. Hopefully, this one helps you for the homework on the capitalization rate questions, and we'll go over this soon.